So over the last week, Fouseytube has once again found himself to be involved in some massive drama, and he also might possibly be in trouble with the law. Previously, we talked about how Fousey is pretty much on this never-ending cycle of building himself up to these massive proportions just to tear himself down in a very public fashion. It's like right when he gets his grimy little hands around the slightest bit of clout, the slightest bit of internet fame, and especially money, is the exact moment that he begins to self-destruct. Now, I actually have a ton of clips to show you guys today, but I thought I would start with this one because it really does show you how he begins to act and treat other people once his ego gets so inflated. I mean, at this point, it's almost like the Grinch's heart, it just keeps growing and growing and growing. Obviously, he had been doing his thing with the live streams, and like many other streamers out there, he began to have problems with doxing, swatting, and just general harassment from people watching his streams. Now in this first clip, you're gonna see his reaction to someone calling a restaurant he was eating at, pretending like they were gonna make the place explode. Watch as he has no sympathy at all for this waitress.
Getting threats? Do you want us to leave? I can't turn it, I'm not doing anything. I could leave.
Somebody, here's what happened. Somebody drove by and saw him, yelled at him, and then put it over to him.
I'll leave. It's okay. You seem like you're gonna cry. I don't want to hurt your feelings.
And that's not what it is. And I'm more concerned about the people.
Nobody's doing a threat, man. Wake up. Nobody's doing a threat. It's a 13-year-old at home trying to scare you. Don't cry. Somebody called in a threat in 2018 and made me lose millions of dollars. They're doing this to me, not you guys. I don't want the food, by the way, and I'm not paying for it. It just came out. No. This restaurant. I don't want the food.
And you see how he wants her to have all the understanding in the world for him? Like, oh yeah, I know this all sounds sketchy, I know my explanation is pretty much just stupid to anyone who doesn't really understand internet culture. And then he wants to turn around and have absolutely no understanding for her. It's like he can't wrap his mind around why this woman would be scared that someone's calling her restaurant saying they're gonna make it go boom. And you guys notice how now that he has a little bit of money, he's now rocking the Cuban chain jewelry, he's spending money on designer clothing. It's just apparent to me that this is a very materialistic man right here. He's also the type of person that just makes decisions pretty much on a whim, with some of them being pretty life-changing, like right here where he fired everyone on his team.
Hold on, before we go. Just so you guys know I'm not lying. You and Nadeem, fire everybody. Everybody. If they're on payroll, fire them. They don't get a 2-week notice. They don't get a severance package. They don't get a recommendation to any other businesses or anything. They can go f themselves.
So like we said, he's in this self-destructive cycle, and part of that always seems to be distancing himself from pretty much everyone that he's close to. And to me, it's like this guy is almost always blaming anyone that he can for his own downfall. He points a finger at her, he points a finger at him, when really he just needs to look into the mirror and realize that he's the one f***ing himself up time and time again. Once you're out here spending time with Sneako of all people, your career is gonna rapidly go like this. In this clip right here, he started spending some time with the Island Boys, and that one kid that kept coming out and kissing them. And Fousey is actually so terrible that he has me siding with that kid.
Beta said, hey, yo, you're a little bitch. Bro, you're a bitch.
Keep in mind, guys, he came into this guy's house and started acting like this, splashing him with water and even smacking him up.
I'm Beta.
Imagine being 33 years old and, yo, get me some water bottles, Sean. Give me some.
You're lucky I made friends with your security.
Hey,
now we can't box. There's a whole.
You box like a bitch, too.
I slapped the dog shit out of you. I slapped the dog shit out of you.
You punch like a bitch.
I slapped you, dog. 5 fingers to the face.
You punch like a bitch.
So clearly Fousey was out of control, and there began to be this running theme on his stream, where he started to pretty much bully anyone who was much smaller than him. And just another clip right here of him acting like an angsty 12-year-old, making fun of a mall cop just trying to do his job.
Oh, Pop Blart. Pop Blart. Hey, watch this. Sir, how you doing? I saw you in the movie. You were in the movie, Paul Blart. Mall cop.
Like, my guy, who are you to try and shit on anyone else's appearance? When you are 40 years old, wearing a shiesty mask, you're missing a tooth from your nasty-ass veneers, and you were so insecure about going bald that you tattooed on your hairline multiple times. Like, honestly, dude, your head looks like a f***ing bicycle seat. And here's just another example of Fousey bullying someone smaller than him. This guy, Neon, seemed to be his target over and over again. Not saying I'm really standing up for him. I mean, I'm pretty sure this guy first got fame for faking his own death. So it's a bunch of classy individuals that Fousey is dealing with here.
I swear to God on my life, I am signing you a kid. I'm gonna be #1 on kick, dunking over Aiden. If you keep this shit up, wallahi, you're never gonna be on my streams ever again. Wallahi, go get caught from somebody else.
I don't
Oh
need
wait,
anyone.
they're not streaming, they're
I don't
sleeping.
need anyone.
Yes, you do.
I
dog.
don't.
If you have to say wallahi, I'm humble, you're not humble. You be humble by showing how humble you are, by inviting a stranger to your house and saying, "Eat my food" before I took a bite. You
Listen, Fousey, we'll teach you, bro.
And he would pretty much continue to beat this guy up time and time again on his stream. Pretty much made him his punching bag. And here this man Fousey gives a lecture to his security guard about the behind the scenes problems of these different YouTubers and TikTokers.
drunk? Hey, you f***ing off my Every YouTuber loves that. I don't know why. Every YouTuber that I know, I could expose so many. They love doing off their penises.
Yeah, honestly, it sounds like a whole lot of projection to me. I mean, I don't doubt the idea that a lot of scumbag YouTubers out there are doing degenerate things. But once he starts to bring up the pay for play, we know you're talking about yourself, Fousey. We know the problems that you've had for years. And look at the security guard here. He's just like, what the f*** am I doing with my life?
That's crazy.
And this is where the drama kind of stops and the problems with the actual law begin. I told you guys that Fousey had been getting swatted by random trolls. Something I think nobody, even somebody as sick as him, deserves. But in this clip right here, it's hard to feel bad for him anymore because this man actually went out of his way to swat himself.
Send the cops. Send the cops. There's a in my head right now. There's a in my head. Oh, ma'am, he left. Ma'am, he left. There's a in my head. Help, get them. Help, bye. Ma'am, Intercontinental, what's my room number? Help, tell me.
And to me, it's just like, dude, you're gonna end up wasting so many people's time and so many public resources that he should absolutely face a massive fine. And apparently this guy right here was actually trying to dox Fousey for weeks, and I guess he's the one that made Fousey kind of lose his marbles. I'm not even gonna give him his 15 minutes of fame by showing his calls with the police, but just know that he is actually a much worse person than Fousey in this whole situation. Now here's the clip where Fousey actually gets taken in.
He's a stalker.
Okay, and who is this guy?
I don't
So
know.
how do you want us to look for him if you don't know where he is?
I have his address.
What is his address?
I said grab my security 20 minutes ago. You guys are dumb as man. You guys are literally dumb as
So obviously that's no way to talk to the police when they're just trying to help you. And honestly, most of them probably just think this shit is stupid. I mean, the fact that there's YouTubers and streamers and other online content creators out there that think they're above the law or they should get some type of special treatment because they see themselves as some sort of celebrity is just gonna be absolutely ridiculous to the common man. And like, if this was me in this position and I was the police, it would almost make me want to go out of my way to not help you. Like, you don't bite the hand that's trying to feed you, dude.
Oh, yeah. Hey, record this. Security, come in here now. Yo, for my protection, come in here. He can't come in? Y'all are. I'm suing all y'all. My life is in danger and you arrest a Palestinian Muslim who's viral? Are y'all dumb or are you stupid? Do you like your job? You're. Hey!
Not Katy Perry. And as they're taking him out the room there, he starts to chant, "Free Fousey, free Fousey, free Fousey." Here we have a clip of Sneako talking about the arrest situation.
A lot of people who've been paying attention said that this is like the 4th time this happened, that he gets all the way up, goes all the way back down, all the way up, all the way down. How can he turn that, because his whole thing is like, it's going to crash. How can he sustain this?
But when he goes up though, this is the farthest he's ever went up.
And that is absolutely not true. This is not the farthest that he's ever went up. I don't think that people truly understand like the magnitude that was Fousey back in the day. I mean, right now he might have like this little niche clout within this streamer community that's actually pretty small in the grand scheme of things. Before, I would say he was on a more mainstream level and was getting way better opportunities. Like he actually had a chance to maybe become an actor one day or become someone more notable than like an internet celebrity.
Like this is the farthest he's ever won up, and
it's not true.
I mean, in my head, if I was in his position, I just can't put myself in his position right now. If I heard the number $30 million,
not a real number,
$30 million to just not f up and just, yo, you can sign this tomorrow or in a week if you just don't fuck up. That would click in my head, like the words $30 million. I'd be like, oh.
For those of you guys that don't know, he's talking about this alleged kick deal that Fousey had on the table, and all he had to do was not f up. You hear a lot of rumblings coming from the Rumbles and the Kicks of the world. Oh, they're offering this person 10 million, they're offering him 5 million. I think a lot of it is a whole bunch of bullshit. They throw these figures around so they can make headlines, but they're not paying Fousey $30 million for this stream. And I actually did want to take a moment to remind you guys how quickly Fousey's personality changes, and how just very recently he had actually become a pretty likable person. He was owning up to a lot of his bullshit in the past, and at least to me it seemed like he had shed his skin and was ready to turn over a new leaf in life.
I might not be the best fighter in the ring, but when it comes to a fighter in life, I know I win every single time. The other day, someone messaged me and he told me he wanted to I said, brother, you don't want to die. You want this version of you that's living to die. You want the current circumstances you're in to die, but you don't ever want to die. Don't ever give up. Don't ever quit. God always got you. Last year, I thought my life was over time and time again. I don't stop. I don't quit. Alhamdulillah.
And it's just perplexing to me because at times, Fousey can come off as very likable. I mean, this right here is someone who I can see people actually cheering for, wanting to kind of be in his corner. But then he turns around and just becomes an absolute egomaniac. And at that point, it's just more like a car crash. It's like, yes, you want to look away while you're driving by, but you just can't take your eyes off. Like, look at the contrast between that last clip and the way he's talking about himself right here.
Dog, there's a team behind me. I have handlers right now. I'm big. I'm big time. I'm bigger than social media now. I'm like real-time celebrity status. I have handlers.
And in this last clip right here that came out yesterday, Fousey actually gives us an update from the mental hospital.
Hey guys, I'm really upset because I was hoping you guys would interact with me on Discord. I'm here with Bassam. But you guys are being really weird, so forget about it. Just want to say hi. I miss y'all. I'm currently under, what's it called? This thing the cops put me under?
I have no idea.
I forgot the name of the act. When you can't leave a mental hospital until you get clearance.
It's not a nice act.
It's not a nice act. Can't leave the hospital until I get clearance from the police. So I've been here for 4 days now. They drug me up every day. Anytime I say something wrong, wallahi, they put a needle this big into my arm. But I love y'all. I made the 0.4-second shot. I got fouled out. That's all it is. I'll be back. Y'all know that. Season 2 on the way. We champions now. Let's get it. G7, baby.
Now, I just want to know, how long do you guys think this can truly go on before people stop caring about his various antics? It's also interesting to me that we now have these platforms like Kick and Rumble. They really do encourage degeneracy, and at this point people are out here being rewarded for acting like this. It really is just crazy to me how quickly things can change. But y'all let me know what you guys think about this situation down below. As always, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. I had taken some time off last week, but now I'm back full force, and y'all are gonna be getting videos all week, so y'all make sure you subscribe. But as you guys know, it's been your boy the Tan Superman, and some other streamer drama out here needs to be covered, so I'm out. Peace!